Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Avatar: The Legend of Korra, Season 1, Episode 4. Yes, the first two episodes of the series were kind of the introductory to this new world, or this new version of the world we kind of knew from the last Airbender. Uh, and they were not exactly very high in stakes. They weren't exactly very problematic. No, it's just that this is a new world. These are the basic rules of said world, and this is how we are going to deal with it. And then it comes episode 3, in which we take that concept, that world, and start to building up upon that world. We start to build something else. We start to see something different and something with a lot more importance that we have seen in the last two episodes, in the first two episodes. So now we have a situation in which the main villain, or what I assume is the main villain, is properly presented. We kind of see the true ideals. We kind of see the reasoning behind set ideals, and we start to see a lot more from the villain. Again, as I said in my last commentary, he, and I mean among us, yes, I'm not going to let that go. I mean, him is so far a better villain or a better character than Ozai, in my opinion. Again, Ozai was that villain, just a villain. It didn't need more characterization. It didn't need much stuff other than him being evil. That's it. He didn't have anything else. Yes, we can analyze or psychoanalyze his character and say, okay, he's a little man who believes himself so big that he wanted to conquer the world. But that is another business. Again, his characterization doesn't come from the show. It comes from other sources. And yes, within the show, if we restrict ourselves within the show, yeah, it's just that a villain, a run-of-the-mill villain, is not important. This, on the other hand, among us, is another business. He is, or it has the potential to become a better villain than Ozai. I don't know how the creators are going to develop his character. Hopefully, they are going to make a better work than Ozai, and I think so far they are making a better job than developing Ozai. But I'm intrigued. I don't know if it's going to reach the level of Azula's character development and mental breakdown that we saw in the last few episodes of Avatar. But yeah, I don't know. And I'm intrigued about his character. I find him interesting. Hell, even his design is really interesting. I don't know why, but I like the mask, and I am intrigued to know what is behind said mask. So there are a lot of stuff that I'm intrigued about this character, about this villain. As you can see, I think I have so far my favorite character in question of development, which is Amon, and obviously the Avatar, I still don't feel that attached to her because I don't know why. Perhaps she's been underdeveloped so far, and it's going to take time for me to hold on to her. I don't know, but I'm eager to see her too. Yes, I want to see her succeed because I like her. I'm not as fascinated as I am with Amon, but I like her. I like this character, and I like the difference of age between Aang and between her when they both were the protagonists of their own stories. So that makes it fascinating for me because it's not going to be a repeat, the same awkward child that was locked inside ice for 100 years, and he doesn't know anything about modern society, modern for him, of course. So yes, I am intrigued to see how this is being developing, how her character is being developing. But I think I'm talking way too much in this presentation. So, a quick reminder, subscribe if you want, turn on notifications if you want, leave a comment and give a thumbs up because again, it helps with the YouTube algorithm. We don't know what he wants, we don't know if he wants likes, we don't know if he wants something else. So yes, whatever you can do to help to the channel, I will be eternally grateful, guys. And follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description below, alongside with my Patreon. So yes, I think it's time for me to react to the episode. So let's cut this presentation short and watch the video, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the fourth episode of the series, and it's a fascinating one. And yes, this show has a tendency of taking my words and making me regret what I said during the presentation. This is not the first time this show has done this. Whereas, oh, it's just a very calm series of episodes, and then bam, the fucking equalist. And this, oh yes, Avatar Korra. I like her, but I don't think she is that interested in it. And then bam, this episode happens. So yes, there are a lot, and I mean a lot of things that I found interesting about this episode. And I think, well, in the last few episodes, I've been focusing my analysis in one particular character. I am fascinated by Amon. And yes, I think this episode obliterate my stupid joke about Amon. So yeah, if you hated it, good. It didn't last that long, honestly. If you like it, sorry, it didn't last that long. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, there are two characters that are very highly important in this particular episode, and I think those are going to be my main point. One I have spoken a lot about, and the other one is kind of a newcomer for my commentaries, even though she was presented in the first episode. I think you know who I am referring to. But before going to that point, let's speak about the little points of this episode, kind of making the story look go forward, but not as important of the mental state of one of our characters. First, obviously, we got the introduction of a couple of new characters. In this case, well, no, actually there are three. The first one is Turlock, the councilman of the city, the representative of the Northern Water Tribe. I guess every single government has a representative in this city, because thanks to the way they dress, I guess we saw that the old lady is the representative of the Fire Nation, the one in green is the representative of the Earth Kingdom, and the other one is the representative of the Southern Water Tribe. That is my guess. That is what I think is happening. And obviously Tencent is the representative of the air nomads. I don't know if you should call them nomads anymore or it's something different, but yeah, he's the representative of that. I guess he's the main one because he is the son of Avatar Aang. That's why I guess his political power was gained. Yeah, it sounds very, well, it sounds like nepotism, perhaps it kind of is. But I think Tencent is a very level head. It's a very interesting character. He tries so hard to become something different than the son of the Avatar. That, yeah, he's very calm, very collected, very serious one. He wants to be Aang, but he doesn't want to be treated as Aang, or the son of Aang. He wants to be his own person. That is the feeling I got from Tencent. I think it's that insecurity hidden there that is not obviously portrayed because he is not the main protagonist of the series, but I find it fascinating to see that point in Tencent. I find him very fascinating character. But again, Turlock, going back to the introduction of this new character, Turlock is a very astute person, a very crafty politician. He knows what he needs to say to convince somebody else. First he tries flattery all the way. From the moment he introduced himself to Korra, he wants to flatter her. Oh yes, I am very honored to meet you, Avatar Korra, and all of that. He is a very crafty politician. He knows what he's doing. And when he sees that this is not working, even with the car, and it was a very nice car, it looked like a sport car from what I have seen so far. It's a very nice car, a very expensive car, I bet. But when he sees that it's not working, he tries another tactic. He tries to force Avatar Korra to join his task force. And not in the way that, oh, I'm going to threaten your family, I'm going to threaten this. No, because he knows that it's not going to work and that could damage his reputation. So he's more intelligent than that. And she is forced, and I mean Avatar Korra is forced to participate in this task. So I don't know, I still don't know how to feel about this character, about Turlock. I find it fascinating, absolutely. I think he's a great character because, again, he's not evil per se, but he has another agenda within himself, obviously to gain power. That is what I think is going to happen, or what the thing he wants to happen. And if he put himself besides Avatar Korra and say, okay, we did it together, we are part of the team, he's putting himself alongside with an avatar. And in this world, yeah, that is a high position, because even if you are coming from the most humble places in the world, if you are the avatar, governors are going to see you, kings are going to respect you, and sometimes even say, okay, yes, you're right, even obey you at certain point, because you hold something else. And if these guys say, okay, we are a team, we are equal to the avatar, that is the point. His ego is, yeah, massive, and you can see from that point. Another character is Asami, the daughter of Hiroshi Sato, the kind of the equivalent of Henry Ford of this world, or at least that's how I see it. I know the beginnings of Henry Ford are kind of different. He wasn't shoe polishing or anything like that, but he is he looks very similar, or at least I think it looks very similar. If you think he's based on somebody else, please let me know, or if you know that he is based on somebody else, please let me know, because that is the only thing I am seeing so far. So yeah, obviously the father is a very happy person, a very I don't know, I find him very genuine. The father, Hiroshi, I find him very genuine, and I don't feel any malice coming from him. Perhaps I will be wrong, but so far I don't think he's other thing more than a plot point, a point for them to be successful at getting the money and doing something else. The one that I still don't know how to think about is the daughter, Asami. Well, first of all, she's gorgeous. Yeah, she's a beautiful. The design of the character is gorgeous, man. Those eyes, the hair, the body. My God, she is gorgeous. And yes, you can see that when Mako just gets hit by the moped, it's just, oh, what is wrong with you? But in the moment she's revealed, in the moment she appears, this is. Yeah, I understand completely, man. She is gorgeous. And it was a very good luck for him because, yeah, now he has the money. He has kind of a wealthy friend, or perhaps girlfriend, from what I have seen in this one. Yeah, he's getting a better life. And he doesn't seems to be such a stuck-up bastard that he was before. Yeah, I like the guy. He's worried about his brother, and in the last episode that is obvious. But sometimes he come out as, yeah, stuck in the mud. A stick in the mud. So yeah, it's good to see him happy. But once again, I don't know what this subplot is going for. Perhaps it's the love triangle that I thought I wasn't going to see. I'm going to see a love triangle between Asami, between Mako, and between Korra. Perhaps that is the point of this subplot. But still, I am still not sure how to feel about Asami, because it feels too contrived. What we saw in this episode, it feels way too convenient, and I don't know if the intentions of Asami are these really she likes Mako because he is a famous pro vending player, or there is an anterior move here. I don't know. I still don't know how to feel about Asami, because she's just introduced, and so far the only thing I have seen from her that she's kind and she's gorgeous. That is the only things I have seen from her. So I still don't have much stuff for me to work with. It's just the introduction of the character, so I don't know. Perhaps I should be more patient with this character. Perhaps I should be more, saying, okay, yeah, give her time to be developed. Yeah, perhaps I'm wrong. Again, Bolin is not introduction, but I want to say, honestly, Bolin, I don't think he has a chance with Korra. He's so thirsty for Korra, but I don't think he has a chance. He is like the annoying little brother, or the cute little brother that you want. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. let's go play, let's go dance, but nothing else. That is how I feel the relationship between Korra and him is going to be. That is what I see. Moving on. Now to the main point, or at least what I think is the main point of this episode. First, well, let's speak about Amon. Amon was an interesting character before. He has an interesting backstory. He was an interesting villain, a powerful villain. But in this episode, they took it a step further. He became very, very intimidating. Because again, you as an audience, you don't feel any perish in this situation. At least you cannot feel that, not like this. Because you're saying, okay, yeah, sure, he's going to take Benny, but he's going to be defeated in the end. But once you start to see how Korra behaves after the encounter with Amon, you start to feel something else. Because thanks to the reaction of Korra, you start to feel, okay, this is more terrifying. And especially the angles in which he appeared at the beginning and in the end of the episode, even with the nightmare, or especially thanks to the nightmare, to the build-up that the nightmare gave us, you start to feel something different for Amon. You start to feel that more intimidation coming from him. That he is not just this brutish villain that is going to operate in the shadows. He's coming out more open than ever. The radio station is changing. He has the technology, he has the knowledge, or at least he has somebody with the technology and the knowledge. And he's kind of charismatic even behind that mask, that he is gathering all these group of people and they are trained and they want to defeat the Benders. So they are making him a very, very, very intimidating villain. They are building up this character with still some degree of mystery within him, but they are developing and they are making him very, very, very interesting. And I am fascinated by him. I love this episode and how they portray Amon. He doesn't speak much, and even the way he dealt with Korra in the end, it makes sense. It doesn't feel like a plot device. Oh, somebody is going to save Korra, or oh, he's going to forgive her because it's not the point, or we need more points for the avatar to move on. No, there is a reasoning behind, and a good one at that. Because if you take away the bending of the avatar, yeah, she could become a martyr. Look what he did. He take away our heroes' powers, so we're going to go against you even harder. We're going to take revenge on Avatar Korra, and we're going to reestablish, and nobody is going to follow you anymore. So it's very intelligent, and I like there is a reason behind that. That he wants to be more intimidated, and not only that, not only the martyr part, but he knows that he is seeding fear into the mind of Korra. So what we're seeing here is a very intelligent person, a very intelligent villain, and those are scary and fascinating to see. So I am so eager to see how this is going to be developed. Now, the other part I want to speak about is Korra. So far I said I like Korra, I like her attitude, I like her, yes. But there was nothing fascinating or nothing to the point of how I am gushing out about Amon until this episode. Korra was a badass from the beginning. She could learn fire, water, and earth bending with no problem. The only obstacle we had is air bending, because the way Korra is. But honestly, that was not big of an obstacle. At least I don't think it was. We have seen Aang dominate all the elements in record time. So I guess, yeah, they're going to solve this element, no problem. And yes, she was a badass because she was always aggressive. She said, oh yes, I'm going to kick your ass and I fear nothing, and yeah, yada yada yada. I'm going to be even a sports star and all of that. So far, I didn't find her as human as I want her to be. Aang was human because he still was a child. He still wanted to progress. He still have his flaws. He wasn't perfect. He was powerful, but there were a human side of him that I find of my liking. I really like Aang, and I find his character interesting, thanks to his struggles. But Korra didn't have that until this episode. This episode shows us a face of Korra that I never thought I was going to watch. This weak Korra. Showing us that she is not perfect. Showing us that she is still human, that she still fears somebody else. And in the beginning of the episode made something great, because thanks to the actions of the Avatar, and thanks to the action of the rest of the people surrounding Korra, you can say, okay, she is scared. She doesn't know how to deal with this. And she doesn't want to express that. That is so many faults in there, so many problems in there that makes her so human, that makes it, yes, I find this character fascinating because of her faults. She is not perfect, and she is dealing with fear. All of these moments of doubt, all of these moments of saying, okay, the only place I feel safe is within this island, and not completely thanks to my nightmares. But that's why she didn't want to go practice, because this island was the sanctuary. She feels that at least within this territory, she was going to be safe. And that's, all the implications there are so great for character development that I was grinning from ear to ear. I wanted to see this. This is an episode I wanted to see. The problem came when she joined this task force. I decided to go back to this badass and say, okay, that's good. I want her to be badass. I want her to return to this. But give me something else, because the resolution for the commitment to this task force is not enough. She is still not facing her fears. She is still not accepting her fears. So I want something else. And I was saying, okay, yeah, this is badass, this is great. Still show me that she is not perfect, but there is something else missing. And especially when she challenged Amon to a duel. Say, okay, yeah, she's returned to this point. I want to see action, but I want something else. Give me something else. And the show delivered. The show delivered this amazing point in which she was completely defeated. Yeah, because obviously Amon was not going to show him alone. For obvious reasons, perhaps it was a trap, or perhaps he was going to take advantage of the situation as he did in this episode. There were so many things that could go wrong for Amon. And for somebody as intelligent as him, it will be suicidal to go alone. So it makes sense. But in the moment she faced Amon directly, alone, with nobody else backing her up, with no other plan to be rescued or to get away from that situation, the fear just overcame her. And after that, after Amon, thanks to the plan he has, just let her be there, defenseless, and he just went away like nothing happened, that's when she breaks. And that's the moment that we needed. That's the moment, and that is the point I wanted to see. In the moment she breaks, because this is necessary for the character development for Korra. And I love it. I love how they are taking this character and they are showing us their flaws. They are showing us that they are not perfect. I love this character development, and I love Korra now. Because she can be a badass. Of course she can be a badass. But we need this development for it to be interesting to see a badass. I love it. I love it. And that's the point. The show took my expectation and raised it so high. My god, this episode it's so interesting and so great. But I think I really exhausted the topic of this one. A fascinating one, and I hope you enjoy it. And obviously, let me just remind you to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content of the video, and obviously the content of the channel, to turn on notifications. If you enjoy the video, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment so I know what you think about my reaction, the video, and the commentary in general. If you want to follow me, the link is in the description below for my Twitter and for my Patreon. And yes, I have nothing else to say, but thank you for your attention, and well, see you in the next one. Bye.
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. And check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read. And yeah, once more, thanks and see you on the next one.